All right. Hey guys. I'm Tim Parlier. I'm the lead pastor here at Generation Church. And we are at the northernmost part of San Diego County. San Diego is one of the major cities in the state of California in the United States. We're just above the border between Mexico and the United States, and we're probably 45 minutes north of the border, maybe an hour, maybe 3 hours depending on traffic. Traffic's crazy here. It's a big city. There's, I think, 5 million to 6 million people, depending on the year reference you get in the county of San Diego. So it's a big county. The city that we're in, Oceanside, the name kind of gives it away. We're right next to the ocean. In fact, the church where I'm at our office. We're less than a mile from the water, so I could take a little skateboard or bike over there, no problem. And so that's a big part of our context because the beach and coastal life influences everything down here. Los Angeles is about an hour and a half from us, and what I always say is Los Angeles is a city that happens to have a beach next to it, and San Diego is a beach that just happens to have a city next to it. And so in LA you feel the business. Here you feel the beach. It's very much a way of life for people to surf, skate, swim, relax. Recreation is a huge thing in people's life, and I think it's a big idol of culture of kind of this idea of me time. We're just going to enjoy. We're going to keep things comfortable. And that's why people move here from all over the country. So we have a very diverse people group here in Oceanside, not only just in maybe business, but also ethnically. We're on the border. Oceanside, just north of us, is the biggest military base in the western United States. It's called Camp Pendleton. It's a Marine base. However, lots of Navy work there. We have a city of about 200,000, but then there's almost 100,000 more. But actually, I forget if I'm getting that right. Maybe 50,000 to 100,000 more. I think the last I heard was 80,000 Marines that live on the base. So military has a huge influence on our city culturally and has historically. There were many years in the past where almost all of Oceanside was military or military family residence. And that's how this church got planted. I've been a part of 3 churches, helped plant 2, but I came here to revitalize. This is an old church. It was started in 1951, and it was mainly here to reach Marines and Marine families that had relocated from all over the country. So it started with a very proactive, I would say, missional strategy to reach transplants. And that's not our mission anymore. However, military does have an impact, and we have military families here, and they come and go over the course of a couple years, maybe 1 to 3 years, depending on their residency. But that impacts some of the flow of our church. I was raised going to church. I was raised churched, but fell away. Came to a major public university here in San Diego. It's the state university here in the city. Lived the party life. So did my wife. We were wild fraternity and sorority people. However, I met Jesus sort of at the rock bottom of my sin experience. As we know, sin just doesn't provide the satisfaction we hope it will or are looking to it for. And so Jesus met me. He called me out of that life. Had a really powerful experience with him as a junior in college, and then started getting discipled. Went into pretty normal business career. I got my degree in business management, went into project management for construction. But during that time of my life, even though I was making decent money and getting married and having fun, just felt the draw to get into ministry. And my first experience was doing parachurch missionary work with an organization called Fellowship of Christian Athletes, where I went on to high school, middle school campuses and started lunch clubs and shared the gospel on campus and started Bible studies with students. Simultaneously, I was hearing about missional communities and how churches were reaching the lost with a very much missionary parachurch mindset in many ways. And I was attracted to that, helped plant a church based around missional communities. And so from that day to today, my heart is the same, to reach those around me in whatever means necessary, whether that's sports or kids at the park or going to the beach. Not so much a model, although models are helpful, but a heart posture, a way of looking at the world as missionaries. And so at this church, as we're revitalizing and continuing to push our people and lead our people rather, and guide our people into discipleship in deeper and deeper ways, mission is part of our gospel identity, and how we integrate everything we do has mission at the forefront. It's not just for us, but it's what Christ has done for us, what he's doing to us, and now what he's doing through us. And so as a church, we're trying to equip people to rest better, to recreate with Jesus at the center, to grow in their emotional and social and relational health, and to invite people into those processes where they're going to find Jesus healing them, making them whole, and then finding them, sending him into all those places that he sent us. And so that's us, Generation Church in Oceanside. There's obviously more details to that, but I'm very much looking forward to learning from churches like us all over the world that are finding creative ways to make gospel impacts in gospel demonstration and in gospel proclamation to their cities, and equipping everyday people for the work of mission in their lives at work and at home. So excited. God bless you guys, and look forward to meeting you more.